In response to Nigeria's pressing economic challenges, the government has introduced the Economic Stabilisation Bills (ESB) as part of its Accelerated Stability and Advancement Plan (ASAP). This series of bills is a strategic reform package recommended by the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee. It is designed to foster economic stability, job creation, export diversification, and inclusive growth. The ESB proposes amendments to 15 different tax, fiscal, and establishment laws to help Nigeria overcome the current economic difficulty such as inflation, unemployment, foreign exchange, instability, and over-reliance on oil revenues. The ESB is a bold and necessary step toward ensuring both short-term stabilization and long-term economic resilience. In this video, we will provide a detailed analysis of the key policy objectives, proposed changes, potential impact, and challenges associated with the Economic Stabilisation Bills.
Hi, my name is Olatunji Abdulrazak. I am the founder and CEO of TaxMobile.online. Welcome to my YouTube channel, A Stitch in Tax Saves Cash. This channel is dedicated to helping you stay on top of your taxes. We will provide you with tips and strategies to help you keep more money in your pockets and minimize your tax liability while you stay in compliance with tax laws. So, if you want to start taking control of your finances from today, hit the subscribe button below and click the notification bells to stay updated on our latest videos.
The ESB is designed around 5 core objectives, each addressing specific challenges that Nigeria's economy currently faces. Key policy objectives of the ESB include 1. Inflation reduction and price stability. High inflation erodes purchasing power, driving up the cost of goods and services, especially impacting low-income households. Nigeria's inflationary pressure, driven by fiscal mismanagement and over-reliance on imports, require urgent policy intervention. The ESB seeks to curb inflation by improving fiscal management through measures such as controlling government expenditure and enhancing revenue collection. This fiscal prudence is expected to stabilize prices, reduce inflation, and ultimately protect citizens' purchasing power. 2. Monetary and fiscal synergy. A key challenge for Nigeria has been the lack of coordination between fiscal and monetary policies. The depreciation of the naira and forex instability have significantly hurt investor confidence, raising the cost of imports and leading to inflationary pressures. The ESB introduces reforms aimed at stabilizing the naira by coupling monetary policies such as inflation, targeting with fiscal intervention like tax incentives for investments in key sectors. This integrated approach is expected to reduce exchange rate volatility, improve forex liquidity, and enhance investors' confidence. 3. Fiscal discipline and consolidation. Nigeria's fiscal deficit, driven by inefficient government revenue management and excessive spending, has resulted in unsustainable debt levels. Without fiscal discipline, the country's economic stability remains at risk. The ESB proposes reforms that will enforce better remittance practices from government-owned enterprises to the national treasury, streamline public sector expenditure, and promote fiscal responsibility. By consolidating government spending, the ESB will free up more resources for essential services while reducing dependency on debt financing. 4. Job creation and poverty alleviation. Nigeria faces high unemployment rates, particularly among its youths, which exacerbates poverty and social unrest. Reducing unemployment is crucial for enhancing the standard of living and fostering economic growth. By offering tax incentives to businesses that create new jobs and retain employees, the ESB encourages private sector hiring. This will directly address the unemployment challenge, reduce poverty, and stimulate economic growth. 5. Export promotion and diversification. Nigeria's over-reliance on oil exports makes the economy vulnerable to global oil price fluctuations. The diversification of exports is crucial for creating a stable and resilient economy. The ESB proposes zero-rated VAT on exports of goods, services, and intellectual property, alongside fiscal incentive for non-oil sectors. These reforms aim to reduce Nigeria's dependency on oil revenue by encouraging businesses to focus on exports and stimulate growth in sectors like manufacturing, agriculture, and technology. Proposed legislative changes in the ESB. The ESB outlines amendments to several tax and fiscal laws aimed at reforming key sectors of the economy. These include 1. Income tax law amendments. The proposed amendments aim to encourage companies, especially in the digital economy, to hire locally and integrate Nigeria into global supply chains. This will create more jobs for Nigerians, particularly in growing sectors like technology and e-commerce, thereby helping the country tap into global economic opportunities. 2. Zero-rated VAT on exports and export incentives. Exports of goods, services, and intellectual property will be exempt from VAT, making Nigerian export more competitive in international markets. This will lower the cost of exports, incentivize non-oil exports, and diversify Nigeria's revenue base, making the economy less susceptible to fluctuation in global oil prices. 3. Gas sector investment and local content simplification. Local content requirements will be simplified and fiscal incentives will be offered to attract more investment in Nigeria's gas sector. This will increase investment in the gas sector, which is becoming a significant player in global energy markets, thereby boosting Nigeria's economic growth. 4. Foreign exchange reforms. The reform will enhance the regulatory powers of the Central Bank of Nigeria to stabilize the forex market and increase forex liquidity. By stabilizing the naira, the ESB will attract more foreign investments, ensure forex market transparency, and mitigate the impact of currency volatility on businesses. Tax relief for employers. Employers who provide wage increases and transportation subsidies will receive tax relief, easing the financial burden on businesses and employees alike. This will incentivize employers to support their workers financially, especially in the face of rising inflation, while encouraging wage increase to sustain purchasing power. 6. Incentives for job creation. Companies that create new jobs and retain employees for at least 3 years will qualify for tax relief. This will stimulate employment, particularly in the private sector, helping to reduce unemployment rates and bolster economic growth. 7. State-level tax reforms. The ESB proposes suspending certain taxes levied on small businesses and vulnerable populations, such as road haulage levies, business premises tax, and market levies. These reforms will lower the cost of doing business, especially for small enterprises in sectors like agriculture and transportation, while offering relief to vulnerable communities. 8. Tax identification, consolidation, and collaboration. This is a new initiative aimed at consolidating tax identification systems to expand the tax net and improve compliance. This initiative will increase government revenue without imposing additional tax burdens, leading to a more equitable and efficient tax system. 9. Student loan scheme funding. More funds will be allocated to the student loan scheme, providing greater access to education for Nigerian students. Consequently, a better educated workforce will lead to improved economic outcomes and provide long-term benefits to the Nigerian economy. Let's go to the economic impact. The Economic Stabilisation Bills are expected to have a transformative effect on Nigeria's economy through the following approaches. Fiscal and monetary policy integration. The integration of fiscal reforms with monetary policies will stabilize the naira, reduce inflationary pressures, and improve investors' confidence, setting the foundation for sustained economic growth. Job creation and poverty reduction. The focus on private sector job creation will help reduce unemployment and alleviate poverty, improving the standard of living and fostering long-term economic resilience. Export diversification. Removing VAT on exports and encouraging intellectual property development will diversify Nigeria's revenue streams, making the economy less reliant on volatile oil markets. Challenges in implementation. 1. Coordination with states. States may be reluctant to suspend certain taxes on small businesses and vulnerable populations, as these taxes form a significant part of their internally generated revenue. Effective coordination between the federal and state governments will be crucial for successful implementation. 2. tax compliance and informal sector engagement. Expanding the tax net to include the informal sector through initiatives like the TICC may face resistance as many informal sector participants have limited exposure to formal tax systems. Public awareness campaigns and robust enforcement will be essential to overcoming compliance challenges. In conclusion, the Economic Stabilisation Bills represent a strategic and comprehensive approach to addressing Nigeria's pressing economic challenges. By promoting fiscal discipline, encouraging export diversification, and incentivizing job creation, the ESB provides a clear roadmap for both immediate stabilization and long-term growth. However, the success of these reforms will hinge on effective coordination between federal and state governments, robust enforcement mechanism, and proactive stakeholder engagement. With the right implementation framework, the ESB has the potential to unlock Nigeria's economic potential and pave the way for a more inclusive and sustainable future. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. If you have any questions or want to share your thoughts, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insightful content. Also remember to watch our previous videos.